News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. We start tonight with breaking news out of Minneapolis. A 37-year-old Minneapolis man was shot and killed by ICE agents this morning, just over 2 weeks after an ICE agent shot and killed Minneapolis resident Renee Good. Minnesota leaders are condemning the shooting and calling again for the federal government to withdraw ICE agents from their state. CBS News' Lana Zach is in Minneapolis with details.
Another fatal shooting as ICE raids continue in Minnesota. 37-year-old Alex Peretti, an intensive care nurse, was shot and killed by federal agents.
Officers arrived and have found an adult male with multiple gunshot wounds when they arrived. Life-saving aid was being rendered, and he was transported by ambulance to Hennepin County Medical Center, where he was later pronounced deceased.
Minneapolis residents were stunned.
A neighbor was murdered. One of our regular pub attenders was right there. I mean, they were murdered on the street.
ICE officials say the protester killed was in possession of a firearm.
You can see the gun here on the screen there that individual possessed. It appears to be a semi-automatic high-capacity type, possibly a Sig Sauer 9mm.
But Minnesota officials say the deceased had a valid gun permit and condemned the use of deadly force.
I just saw a video of more than 6 masked agents pummeling one of our constituents and shooting him to death. How many more residents, how many more Americans need to die or get badly hurt for this operation to end?
Tensions again inflamed. Protesters took to the streets today.
We're hearing bottles being broken in the streets. There is a literal dumpster fire over there.
This shooting comes one day after thousands took to the streets of Minneapolis to protest ICE activities in Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz has condemned Saturday's shooting and activated the Minnesota National Guard in an effort to restore order to Minneapolis streets amidst ongoing tension. Lana Zach, CBS News, Minneapolis.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz condemned the shooting and called on President Trump to remove federal agents from his state.
Remove this force from Minnesota. They are sowing chaos and violence. We've seen deadly violence from federal agents again and again and again. But in contrast to that, on these frozen streets, what you witnessed yesterday was the best of Minnesotans, peacefully exercising their First Amendment rights.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is scheduled to join a conference call with Democratic lawmakers tomorrow to discuss the shooting. This comes as a growing number of Democratic leaders are expressing concern over the use of ICE force. Community members marched through Winona this afternoon, coming together for the second Freedom March. Organizers call it a peaceful, family-friendly event. The march started at Winona Senior High School's parking lot, with marchers following a loop around the nearby lake.
They're not following the law. They're not doing constitutional things. I know the Constitution. I'm a constitutional observer for any kind of apprehension. And I want them to know that we know they're not following what they're supposed to be doing. Breaking into people's houses, taking people down, dragging people out of their cars is not constitutional.
Organizers say the goal is to keep building connections and conversations that they say strengthen the community. The Buffalo County Sheriff's Office is reminding residents to take extra precautions when using space heaters and other heating equipment after a major shed fire near Alma. Around 10 a.m. this morning, the Buffalo County Sheriff's Office responded to the fire, which they believe may have been caused by a heater in the building. No injuries were reported. Well, Nicole, we've sure had to bundle up these past few days.
Yeah, it has been nasty out there. We do have some reprieve coming, but it's going to take quite some time to get there, and we still have another dangerous cold morning ahead of us as we head into Monday. A little bit of a break from at least that danger zone as we go into tomorrow, but still going to be quite chilly out there, similar to what we saw today. Observed highs for the most part below zero across the area. -2 for the high today in La Crosse, -4 in Eau Claire. If we compare that to our averages, we're still around 25 to nearly 30 degrees. below average, so very frigid outdoors. If we take a look outside now, we're going to see some cloud coverage skirt across the area tonight. That'll keep us somewhat on the milder side, just by a couple degrees relative to where we have been, but we're missing out on a lot of the action that most of our friends to the south are seeing tonight, with a mix of snow, ice, rain, sleet, you name it. Thankfully, we at least don't have to deal with that, but we're still dealing with the cold as we go into Monday morning. After that, there are signs of some warming in our future, so I'll have the details in a little bit.
Sounds good. Warm sounds good. All right. Thank you, Nicole. Train enthusiasts rolled into downtown La Crosse today for the 34th annual Great Tri-State Rail Sale. The event, put on by the 4000 Foundation, filled the La Crosse Center with more than 300 tables of model trains, railroad memorabilia, and collectibles from 6 different states. Participants had the opportunity to buy, sell, and trade from other collections.
One of the biggest things that I enjoy is the serendipity factor that comes into play here. As much variety of merchandise that you see at these shows, you just never know what's going to turn up from one show to the next, and that's really keeps things interesting.
Admission proceeds from the event go towards supporting the La Crosse Short Line Railroad Heritage Museum, helping restore and maintain historic train cars at Copeland Park. Local kids are bringing science and technology to life in Sparta with a Lego robotics demonstration today. The award-winning team Nerds on a Mission held 2 free programs showcasing how they design, build, and program robots to compete in head-to-head challenges.
We're using robots to build kids, not kids to build robots. They learn so much time management. They learn just to think outside the box and to create solutions to different ideas.
The event took place at the Monroe County Local History Room and Museum, where visitors can also find a For the Love of Lego exhibit. The La Crosse Public Library hosting its annual Puzzle Palooza this morning, bringing together puzzle fans from across the area. Participants race to complete a 300-piece puzzle the fastest.
Setting us apart is we wanted to offer something that caters to both casual and competitive folks. I think a lot of times you just see where it's very competitive or there's a price point of entry, and here it's completely free.
For those who preferred a more relaxed experience, the library also offered open tables for casual puzzling, a community puzzle craft, and an puzzle exchange. Still to come, TikTok avoids a U.S. ban, details on the new deal, keeping the popular app online after the break.
Every accident is different. Different driving conditions, different injuries, different life circumstances. The insurance companies often use these circumstances to avoid paying you what you deserve. At Gruber Law Offices, we know how insurance companies can take advantage after an accident. Trust our experience and history of successfully helping our clients. And remember, there is never a fee until we win. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know that when a spark of inspiration hits, we'll have the brands and supplies you need at prices that'll help make it happen. Like $20 off this Mr. Heater propane heater, $99.99. $135 off this Milwaukee 3-tool combo kit. And these 8 packs of LED light bulbs, just $4.99. Find the value you need to bring your ideas to life. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
We are very fortunate to have our mom in our lives. We rely on Medicaid to pay for her long-term care. When I learned that it might be cut, I met with Representative Van Orden. He promised that he would never cut Medicaid. He even signed this letter. Then he turned around and he voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. It's absolutely devastating. We need to tell Congressman Van Orden, stop raising our health care costs.
A new report named some of the best places to work in 2026. And if you're shopping for a new car this year, be prepared for higher costs. Christine Lazar has your Eye on Consumer report.
Job site Glassdoor just released its list of the 100 best places to work in 2026. According to the annual survey based on employee reviews, the top spot goes to the Indianapolis-based family-owned Crew Car Wash. In-N-Out Burger moved into second place, and NVIDIA came in third. Glassdoor says the AI chip maker earns high marks for transparent leadership and open communication. Wall Street is getting an update. The New York Stock Exchange announced it's developing a platform for round-the-clock trading of tokenized stocks. The NYSE says it is looking to offer investors a more modern user experience with the new venue. There's no launch date yet. It still needs regulatory approval. TikTok has finalized a deal to keep operating in the U.S. after Congress passed a law that would have banned the China-based social media platform if it didn't secure new owners. Under the arrangement, a group of U.S. investors is taking control and will be retraining the algorithm to safeguard user data. Ford Motor Company says it's recalling more than 100,000 vehicles, including some Focus, Escape, and MKC models. The automaker says a potential engine block heater issue increases the risk of fire. And that's your Eye on Consumer Report. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And in this week's top medical headlines, cancer death rates for Americans under 50 are on the decline. A study published in JAMA found every time of cancer-related death is declining except for one, colorectal cancer, which is now the leading cancer death in people under 50. Breast cancer and leukemia death rates are also down, though researchers say more cases are being reported. Fluoride in drinking water does not negatively impact the birth weight of infants. That's according to a study looking at more than 11 million Americans. Fluoride is added to water to improve dental health and has been called one of the top public health achievements of the 20th century. But some critics argue it should not be added to water, with some states banning fluoride in drinking water in recent years. And if you always stick with the same exercise routine, you may want to change it up. A study published in the British Medical Journal found doing a mix of different types of physical activity works best to prolong your lifespan. While all types of physical activity have a benefit, people who did varied types of exercise had a 19% overall lower risk of death, including from cardiovascular disease, cancer, and respiratory disease. We have more news ahead, but first.
The worst of the cold is behind us, but we still have another dangerously cold morning ahead of us as we head into the start of the upcoming week. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
It's big game savings time here at Carl's.
Save big on major brand appliance packages.
Save up to $1,800 instantly, plus rebates. On GE packages, buy 1, 2, and 3, and get this over-the-range microwave free.
All TVs are on sale.
Save up to 40% on grills and up to 80% on fireplace stands. Your choice of Perfect Sleeper mattresses are only $5.99. It's big game savings time right here.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now, I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now, I'm back in the picture. Skyrizi is the only IL-23 inhibitor proven to help achieve remission, meaning few to no symptoms in just 4 weeks for some people. Many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help visibly repair damage of the intestinal lining.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Yesterday, many Minnesotans boycotted schools, restaurants, and work in a statewide general strike. WCCO's Reg Chapman has more on how one restaurant brought together the community during their closure.
The sign outside the Lotus restaurant says closed, but inside,
We do have hot cocoa up there for you guys also.
community is welcomed.
We figured, we open the doors and serve free food for the community today. Closing is one thing, but we wanted to make an impact. And we figured, what better way to do it than to give people a warm bowl of soup. You're very welcome.
Yoon Nguyen says sub-zero temperatures brought many through the door, most coming before heading to rallies in support of sending a message to ICE that they are not wanted here.
It's something that we have to do, and to be here to protect each other and protect the immigrants and to protect this community.
Rabbi David Cooper from Oakland, California is joining hundreds of faith leaders in town, but for Lotus, the only stand this restaurant is taking is on the side of community.
It feels right, It's not about politics for us. It just feels right. This is what we're supposed to do, Seriously, this is our calling, I feel like it, Help the community.
Nguyen says doing this is better than sitting at home with the doors at a restaurant closed.
This is not about money for us. We've been here since 1984. This community embraced our family when we were going through tough times, and we feel it's our turn to return that favor and, bring some hope and some joy and, some warmth to people.
Lotus is not alone. Coffee shop Pillar Forum isn't selling anything, but doors stayed open to give people a place to warm up from the cold with free coffee. Both businesses are happy to be doing something to help bring community together.
We are nothing without these people. We wouldn't be the Lotus. This is community. This is us. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
With photojournalist Chris Cruz, Reg Chapman, WCCO News.
Well, we have definitely felt some freezing temperatures lately. Let's bring in meteorologist Nicole Skalicki for our full local forecast.
Oh yeah, it has been quite the chilly one out there as we're getting through the end of what is typically the coldest time of the year. We do have a light out at the end of the tunnel now, but it's still not quite there yet. Going to have one more dangerously cold morning ahead of us. Not this upcoming morning, but Monday morning is when we're really going to see those very cold wind chills come back around. So tomorrow night, looking into Monday morning, possibility of wind chills dipping back down as low as -30, meaning that frostbite is going to be possible in less than 30 minutes for the entirety of the area as we start our week off. And that's really because we start to see those winds blowing again. We are getting a bit of a break from it. We saw a break from the winds today. We'll continue to see little to no wind as we go into tomorrow morning. So while the air temperature itself is still going to be quite cold out there with no wind, there's of course no wind chill. So we're not really in that danger zone as far as temperatures go for tomorrow morning. -11 for our low in La Crosse, -16 in Eau Claire. As we go into the afternoon, we finally actually see afternoon highs above 0 degrees. Now, depending on when we climb above that 0 degree line, we could see some potential, not record breakers, so to say, but significant weather headlines on how long we stayed below 0. If La Crosse stays below 0 until around 1 p.m. tomorrow, then that would make for 3 consecutive days, meaning 3 days in a row that we spent entirely below 0. Eau Claire just has to wait until around 11 in the morning before you can cross above 0 degrees. Not something that happens very often. In La Crosse, it's only happened about 20 or so times in recorded history, so through the last 150-ish years. Definitely a cold stretch, especially when it's over this long of a period of time. So we'll see if that is broken tomorrow, or at least tied tomorrow. Another thing that happening, it's going to make us feel a little bit colder, is the winds will come back around. Still going to stay somewhat late in the morning, but a little bit of a breeze, and you'll notice they'll be blowing out of the north as well. So it's going to be continuing to supply that colder air into the area. As we get into the afternoon and evening, we actually get a tad bit of a breeze out there. So the afternoon highs, although they are climbing back above 0, really aren't going to feel anywhere near that. As we go into Monday then for our wind speeds, the winds will have shifted to blow out of the south by the evening, but that won't be doing us too much much good for the day of, because they will actually get quite breezy, even nearing windy as we go into Monday evening, making it for what feels like quite the chilly day out there. Once again, let's look at our wind chills going into tomorrow. Again, in the morning hours, actually going to feel pretty much like exactly the temperature out there, because we're not going to see a whole lot of wind. Still cold in the negative teens, but not an additional wind chill. As we go into the afternoon, when the winds start to pick up again, even though again the highs are going to be in the single digits above zero, it'll likely feel around 10 to 15 degrees cooler than that at the warmest point of the day. And then the coldest parts of the upcoming stretch, Monday morning, most of the area diving into what feels like the negative mid-20s, if not nearing negative 30 for some of us. There is quick improvement as we go into the afternoon, but it's still going to be quite the chilly day, likely not feeling any warmer than about the negative single digits as those winds continue to blow pretty strong throughout most of Monday. That breezy condition stays into Tuesday as well. Then we see a bit of a break from the winds going into Wednesday and Thursday, but overall temperatures are going to be staying steadily below average all week long, around 10 to 15 degrees below average still for at least the next week in a row. By this time next week, we'll hopefully start to see more gradual warming coming up, and temperatures could actually start to near our typical average highs for this time of year.
Well, I like the sound of warming, even if it's gradual.
It's gradual.
All right, thanks, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, action on the wrestling mat, a bunch of area athletes up in Sparta, plus the UWL Eagles hosting Augsburg for a ranked battle in Mitchell Hall. Kate is in next with the highlights.
Yeah, that's the stuff. The white stuff, to be exact.
Winter is here, and it looks like it's going to be a while.
It sure is. And don't forget, when it comes to winter's worst, expect more from the best. First Warn Weather. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
So you don't believe in climate change, but you installed geothermal heating and cooling.
The geothermal gives us consistent comfort all day and all night.
Well, I feel very comfortable and very uncomfortable at the same time.
They won't hurt you.
I know. You've made sure of that.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
Back again, Jeff? Well, I'm future you. Our doctor figured out why your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back. It's IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save.
Spend $4.99, pay nothing down, nothing for sales tax, nothing for shipping at Home Furniture.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
So you don't believe in climate change, but you installed geothermal heating and cooling.
The geothermal gives us consistent comfort all day and all night.
Well, I feel very comfortable and very uncomfortable at the same time.
They won't hurt you.
I know. You've made sure of that.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Well, the freezing temps led to a pretty empty Friday night, but today at Sparta High School, action was heating up as the gym was filled with area wrestlers for a Saturday tournament. Let's go there. About 250 wrestlers competing, both male and female. Let's start with some action on the boys' side. Sparta's Hunter Huntington in his quarterfinal match, dominating up big, looking for more, locking in the tilt for the back points. Huntington would win by tech fall and would finish in first place on the day. The Holman boys had a big day. 5 champions, including AJ Alish, who would win by tech fall in just 65 seconds in his quarterfinal match. Holman would win the team title. On the girls' side, Toma's got a couple of hard hitters, including Lucy Gross in the semifinal here. looking as she's about to get thrown, but great defense, gets the takedown. It was only a matter of time before she locks in the cradle, eventually getting the pin. Gross would take second on the day. All right, staying on the mats, let's head over to Mitchell Hall, where number 6 ranked UWL hosting number 3 ranked Augsburg. At 157 pounds, it's former Aquinas Blue Gold Joe Pankey taking on Carson Otis. Third period, Pankey gets a key reversal. That pulls him to within 2 points, and not too long after that, he gets a 4-point near fall to take a 6-4 lead, which would end up being the final of his match as the senior gets a huge win on senior night. Then at 184, another Blue Gold alum, Tate Flagey, taking on Brant Baumerd. Second period, and Flagey gets a big takedown to tie it up. And then in the third, how about another takedown late in the match? That gives him the lead as he would get the victory there. But at 197, a takedown by Ethan Winkleman in the second carries Augsburg to a victory, and that would be the deciding factor in this one. La Crosse falls as a team 21-12. Well, after the wrestling duel, they quickly cleared Mitchell Hall as they had to get the gym ready for the UWL men's basketball team. Eagles just 1-4 in their last 5 conference games, looking to get back on track, and they had a big opportunity to do so going up against 23rd ranked Stevens Point. First half action, JJ Piter gets the pass in the paint, and he goes into bully mode, backing down the defense. Tough shot, gets it to go. Eagles in front. A little bit later, Dustin DeRusso drive, kicks it out to Jacob Butler, knocks down the 3 ball. But the Pointers, they came ready to play. How about Logan Baumgartner answering with a 3 of his own? Pointers would lead at the break, but in the second half, Sam Grieger would explode. 29 points on the game. UWL picks up the win 80-77. The UWL women's were in Stevens Point, and they'll be coming back home with a win. They took down the Pointers 62-57. That is now their 4th straight conference win as they are 5-2 in WIAC play. On the ice tonight, we had a top 10 matchup in Madison as the 5th-ranked Wisconsin men hosted 8th-ranked Penn State. Now, the Badgers did fall short in this one, 3-1, as they are now on a 3-match losing streak. The Wisconsin women team hosting Bemidji State. It was 3-3 after the first period, but the Badgers turned it up a notch, picking up the 10-3 victory. The Wisconsin women now 22-1-2 on the season. And sticking with the Badgers, the Wisconsin men going for their 6th straight win tomorrow afternoon as they're set to host USC at 3 o'clock on Peacock. Some NFL news. It was announced today that former Green Bay Packer head coach Mike McCarthy will be going to Pittsburgh to be the new head coach for the Steelers. A full circle moment for McCarthy as he's from the Pittsburgh area, and now he'll get to coach his hometown team. McCarthy also won the Super Bowl with the Packers in the 2010 season, where they took down the Steelers. Speaking of Super Bowls, tomorrow we will find out who will be going to this year's Super Bowl. First at 2 o'clock on CBS, the New England Patriots going up against the Denver Broncos, and then at 5:30, the Rams facing off with the Seattle Seahawks. I'll have more on those games tomorrow night. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal. Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Get big-time savings for the whole family at Fleet Farm's first truckload super sale of the year. 50-pound bags of Sprout Poultry Crumble and Pellet Feed are $11.99. Save 20% on clear Sterlite storage totes. 12 packs of Scott Comfort Plus toilet paper are just $3.49. And save 25% on Skechers footwear for the family. Load up at Fleet Farm's Truckload Super Sale, January 22nd through the 25th. And check out all the truckload deals at fleetfarm.com.
Good morning.
You better believe it's a good morning. Coffee, exercise, kids to school, work, errands. Oh yeah, even this.
Just don't forget about us or your coat.
News 8 Now This Morning. It's everything you're looking for in a morning show.
We go through the next few days, my friends, Monday to Tuesday.
On Mindful Monday. The details on Foodie Friday.
An overview of all this all shapes up for your day, so please stick around.
News 8 Now South Korea is live with those details.
News 8 Now This Morning.
Every weekday at 5.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
With brutal weather conditions across much of the country, there's a topic that's been shared a lot on social media.
And that topic is exploding trees. Now officials are debunking the exploding rumor, saying trees won't actually fully explode. However, there is a technical term that can happen called frost cracking.
When we have large temperature swings and a tree is able to absorb water from the ground through a natural process called transpiration. It's drawn up through the roots, up through the trunk, and then we get that cold snap, which immediately freezes the fresh water in the tree trunk and then causes that frost cracking.
Now, Benjamin explained it very well there. I will tell you, meteorologists like myself have been fighting for their life on social media this past week, trying to explain that, because there have been a lot of pictures where it looks like you almost just shoved a stick of TNT in a tree trunk and it just exploded. That's not what happens, and it's pretty rare for it to even happen, but I always pictured it like a pop can, and you put it in a freezer, and then that pressure increases and it kind of pops.
Okay, well, I trust you.
Yeah, no more pictures of exploding trees, please. Okay, I'll have another look at your forecast coming up right after the break.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, when you spend $4.99 or more, pay nothing down, nothing for interest, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping on Thomas Cole and Prana Sleep. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know that when a spark of inspiration hits, we'll have the brands and supplies you need at prices that'll help make it happen. Like 80-piece Milwaukee Impact bid sets, just $24.99, 15% off all welding wire and rods. And this Blaine's foam kneeling pad, just $9.99. Awards members save an extra buck. Find the value you need to bring your ideas to life. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now, I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 4 years.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Cold weather and winter winds remind us that old windows and doors are not our friends. New windows and doors, expertly installed by certified installers, bring comfort, convenience, energy savings, and a great new look. Begin now in choosing just the right windows for your home. Order now and avoid the inevitable price increase in the new year. No worries about missing a promotion. The Board Store offers you the best possible price every day and any day. Contact us online or visit our showroom for a prompt free estimate on windows and doors or other home improvements.
Get a sleep like no other on an Heirloom mattress from Home Sleep Express. And right now, pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Heirloom, the perfect sleep, night after night. At Home Sleep Express.
We are finally in the all clear for now for any winter weather alerts. I'm sure we're going to have another cold weather alert coming up, but that's not the same for about half of the country. Still plenty of winter weather going on to our south, and I'm very happy that we are not a part of that. Ice is probably my least favorite kind of weather, so I'll keep that to the south.
Definitely.
Just warm it up a little bit.
A little bit.
Exactly. All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.